All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rough roads ahead. A little bit cool out tonight. We're going to have a couple more days of cool weather. And then we're going to have, what's this thing got me doing? I guess I go that way. All right. Pretty sorry. So we have a couple days of cool weather. And then close some of these apps out here. And then it's going to warm up. It is what it is. All right, let me get this done here. Let me think of what I'm doing. Turn down the volume a little bit there. Okay. And I mean, it's during the day here, even when it's cool, like in the 30s, it still feels kind of warm. So it's not horrible. This thing keeps hitting my button there. It's giving me my Bixby that I don't use. I never use Bixby. Although I do speak a lot into Google and stuff. I'm not into like giving over my whole life to talking to a phone or whatever it's going to be, like Alexa or all that. My brother does Alexa. My brother's like a whole Alexa world. His house is probably wired, so I'm sure they probably like mess with his head when he doesn't do what they want. That's what they do. Like the spies, they'll do stuff through Alexa until you do what they want. You know, mess with your stock, listen to your phone calls, look through your Ring camera, and try to combine it all to send you a message to be a criminal for them. So that is what it is. All right, where am I, and what does this want? All right, we're going to go this way. So it's a little cool out, but it's not like the nighttime's a little bit warm. And like the sun, it will warm you here, but it's not like Oklahoma and Texas where it's like too much. Now, in the winter, the sun was okay in Oklahoma as long as the day was cool, but it's just nasty. It's disgusting nasty. So is Texas. People are disgusting nasty. The environment, it's something in the environment. I don't know what it is. For all I know, they're killing the city people, and the cities I lived in happen to be in those zones. I don't know. Who knows what they got on these towers? Oh, that sounds paranoid, right? I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, it sounds paranoid, but it's true. I mean, whether it sounds paranoid or not doesn't mean that it's not true. Reality is we should be paranoid. You're that evil, all of you. Where am I going? Okay. All right. I don't know if that's one of other people or not. Trying to get my attention by driving like an idiot, or you just got a lot of drunk people around here. Yeah, I've been noticing that. I'm at wit's end. When the guy pulled off the highway, I said, okay, whoever it is realizes they're not okay, and they're gonna get off the highway. But I'm close to making those calls. Where? Oh, I'm supposed to go this way. Okay, I'm supposed to go this way. Yeah, I very rarely take this one. Everybody in Oklahoma drives like they're on meth, so it's a little different than just being drunk. But they're criminals and they're okay. They don't pull them over and give them tickets. They only listen to the deep state people running around the community saying that they're going after criminals, but they're working those extra jobs so they get their stock portfolio up or whatever it is they're going to remunerate them with. So in Memphis, there's a game being played, and it's being played everywhere with police departments. It's big business to be a corrupt spy. And what they're doing is manipulating your police departments into um, their ability to manipulate your police department. And that means that certain people are going to get fired, certain people are going to be promoted. Their goal is to put their bots in, their people that are their bots. And what happens is they're zombies. Then they don't have to micromanage it as much. They just send a quick message and they promote who the person, whatever that thing wants them to promote, and then their stocks go up, or if something happens in their life that's digitally manipulated, or maybe somebody shows up with a good deal, or something like that. So again, it's the old way of hiring spies is just outdated, and I suspect that it's gross information. It's very quick, hand to hand information, but it reveals too much about the operation. So that's kind of like the dupe operation. These people have been running around the government forever, getting rich, going to work for all the social media, go to work for all the security positions in like Visa, Mastercard, Discover, different banks. So again, they want those $1 million houses, and they get them, but nobody wants to go against it. Now, you have to understand something about the Russian spy, or whatever we're going to call the guy that was working. He's just scratching his head going, why didn't they just do the woman and not bother me? I mean, that's the way we usually do it. The woman's an idiot, crazy, drug her, send some people after her, and then it's over, right? Why are they doing me now? Well, because you dummy, you took her everywhere, and she's got information on everybody. And if they realized that all she wanted was to do you. So if they do you, then everybody else is safe. You see? That's his fatal error. His fatal error is not working for a Putin crony oligarch. They all do that kind of stuff they try to keep it in a protracted way. The problem is that he got that woman involved, and he took her everywhere. And she had photo evidence. She's been talking to people. People were drunk around her. She's been drunk around them. And they don't want, they don't want her angry. They wanted to make her happy. Short of taking a gun out and shooting her, there's nothing else they could do because she had too much information. She shows up. What it is, she shows up. I'm more psychic and investigative, so I don't show up really anywhere. Well, how would you have this information? Why would we do that? You do that because you work for Putin and all that shit. Wonder if I'm going the right way. We'll see. Eh, they want to think they work for the CIA, and some of it is CIA, but some of the CIA works for Putin. Again, here's how to see it. People in our country, like myself, can't get anywhere, and they make sure we don't get anywhere. So they have the ability to make sure Russians don't get anywhere, right? But where are they? The most expensive properties and apartments in our country. They're full of shit, every last one of them. These PIs and these cops that are doing these crazy psychological things are getting rich for betraying the nation. It's all sabotage. It's all espionage. It's all stalking. It's all racketeering. But, they work high positions in the FBI, as you can see. He messed up. It's the woman. Not that he worked for the Russians, that the woman showed up, and the woman had too much information. Now, there is a possibility that somebody she contacted wanted to do that guy anyway. Because again, remember, they do each other all the time. They do evil stuff to one another, even though they're both like in what we call, quote unquote, the deep state. Now, the deep state is Republican, Democrat, Green Party. It doesn't matter. It's in every segment of society. Christianity calls it, well, real Christianity. Well, I guess they try to call it the beast, but, they'll politicize the beast. It's in every segment of society. Now, it goes back and forth between the parties on who's actually deep stating. Now, the thing is, Biden is kind of trying to keep the party working for the people. I mean, again, I don't have a problem with people getting rich in government as long as you don't kill
people out. And that's what the Republicans are always doing. Democrats were doing that. They weren't policing the government operations, and so again, it seems like the Republicans, all they want is a Putin-style government, and they want to be Putin. So again, they want to be God. A lot of these people are saying, yes, you get money. No, you don't get money. That's God. That's God's job. So they all secretly, or I guess not so secretly, but if you know how to read it, they want to be God. They want to say you get nothing, you get to be somebody, you two get to marry, you have to be gay, that kind of thing. And again, some of you were born gay. I understand that. they can gay people, believe me. Witchcraft, spycraft, it works rather well for them. All right. So again, that's what it looks like his fatal error was. Uh, you have people in Memphis that are in that type of thing, getting paid for PI work, and they go around essentially adjusting uh, the order of business. Did I go too far? I guess in your community, who's going to be promoted, who's going to be fired, who's going to get arrested, who's not going to get arrested, and it's very deep. I told you about spycraft. Okay, so they put something in my laundry. Oh, this is a child murder, a child rape case. We have to do this. Well, that thing may have been a test to see if I would take my sheets, or it could have been affected. Put drugs on the sock, put it in my dryer, and if I'm not a pedophile, I have to ignore it. You say, well, what do? I end up sleeping on drugs and being sick for 3 years because every time I go to the dryer, there's that sock, but I have to act like it's not there. I don't care, man. They'll burn in hell. This is what God created hell for, not just the average gay person or the average alcoholic or the average pimp, even the murderer. So again, Jesus tried to explain all this to you, but the Christians aren't really Christians. They've been spending all that time undoing the work of Rabbi Jesus. And that's what they do. They're just pieces of garbage that were sent here by Satan to ruin Christianity. I'm not asking you to beat them up. I'm not asking you to shoot them, but their people are. They love that. They come on, oh my God, you see how they're treating us? Gay people are getting married. We're being tortured. Meanwhile, they're running psychological operations out of church with FBI, DHS, Marshal Service, state police, local police, because they're trying to kill everybody they're afraid might investigate them or know too much about them. And in fact, the people that operated this sold out the whole system. All they had to do is let me be. I walked off and like, well, I guess a bunch of assholes I worked with. I guess that's what it was. But they kept going, kept going, kept going. And then, once you start causing physical damage, that's it. I mean, they caused physical damage the whole time. I just didn't realize how it was working. I do believe it's some sort of device or drug or both that they're using to cause that tightness that ate up my spine. I think I'm in the wrong place, but I'm gonna go take a look at where I am because I might have to heal this place. Or am I at the right place? Where am I? Oh, I guess I am at the right place. That's weird. Right. It just doesn't look like the place I would drive into. Had a couple people try to get in front of me real quick so I could see their license plate. Remember I told you there weren't too many license plates around here that looked like they fit the series that they would use to try to psychologically torture me? Well, this one says Phil 413. Philippians 413, maybe. Have to look at that. I'm not the only one they did this to, but again, the other people had money and had life, so a little bit different to do it to them. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do.